Newer's not always better, but in this case, it is.
Yeah, these are a whole bunch of new bourbons that came out this year. And we just think they're great.
Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about the best new releases this year.
So,
brand new bourbons.
Brand new bourbons to us. Now, most of these are brand new bourbons, like all around. There is like one, maybe two. So I don't know when that second one that you have lined up over there technically released. But they were new bourbons to us that we reviewed or we talked about or we actually got to try this year.
Yeah.
So, you know, a little bit, you know.
Listen, we play by some rule, but I'm not sure which rule it is.
Dave hears rules and he runs against like whatever it's supposed to be.
So, this is all for us. Some of you may have been privy to some of these bottles before us, and that's cool, and all that good stuff. But I think, realistically speaking, it's hard to come out with new stuff. Because the real easy thing is to just keep doing what you do.
Just do another batch of whatever.
Yeah, keep doing what you do.
You can like, for example, like Russell's single rick house. Like, you can change the little color of the banner on the bottom, do another rick house. And it can still be great. So, like, why go through and reinvent the wheel, per se? But, yeah, it's weird because, like, in a lot of ways, you don't get a ton of new stuff. Now, if you're somebody like Green River, who just turned out a ton of new stuff this year.
Yeah.
Still Austin put out a whole bunch of new stuff this year. That was great. We could sit there and just pick all of them, but we just really tried to pick one of each, if at all possible. Like, we just tried to just not dump all of, like, a couple brands out there. So,
yeah. And it's difficult to do. So, with that being said, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and that way you can be made aware of when videos drop. And also check us out on Patreon. Just always, there's extra stuff over there that we don't always do on just our standard channel and stuff like that. And so check it out, see if that's something you want to be a part of. All right, first on our list is the Green River Foolproof. I don't know about you, but when they dropped this, I was really excited about it. The fact that there was a Foolproof coming into the market at $50.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like, honestly, the fact that Green River has done a great job. I mean, we're wearing their swag.
That is true. We are.
Our first barrel pick was I'm not trying to run an ad for them right now, but we're just clearly big fans. I didn't realize that we were wearing their swag.
I didn't realize that either.
Wow.
It's okay.
Ron is going to love this.
Yeah, Ron's definitely going to love it.
Anyways, they have just honestly done a fantastic job this year because they came out with this year. They came out with their rye this year. Picks have been on a totally another level.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're one of the brands out there that I'm like, okay, what's the next thing they're going to do?
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what like 2025, 2026 looks like for them.
Because they're still... You know, what's wild is, like, Green River and Bardstown, both of them, they are not as old as what you would think they would be for the size and the amount that they produce.
Yes.
So there is some exciting and fun things with that. And I can tell you all, the Green River barrels that are coming out of there right now, sourced or not, are awesome. Yep. They're amazing.
They've been really good, for sure. All right, next on the list is the Nashville Barrel Company. And they have just kind of really done a good job of like coming onto the scene here in Louisville, in the Louisville area. And this one is awesome. It's small batch, cast strength, 6-year. I mean, I think I've had 2 other Nashville, and they were good, but they weren't on this level. And this one was
this one's pretty awesome. Well, so, like, most of Nashville stuff, like, we've always owned, like, BMGP, but they do have a bunch of Kentucky stuff. Like, this is distilled in Kentucky. This is their batch 1. I think they're on to batch 2 now, but I think it's, like, 8 years old.
Yeah.
If I remember. But it's so well balanced. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think it was fairly reasonable. I think it was, like, I mean, this bottle was given to us to the channel. I think it was like 60, 70 bucks or something. 60, I don't think it was anything crazy. I just think it's very nice and refreshing to see something like this at a good price range. A great proof. It's just nice.
And it's something different that you're able to tell people like, all these, Russell's, Heaven Hill, all this stuff, it's all good. But to be able to add like a different type of bottle where it goes, because we have people contact us all the time and be like, hey, do you, something that's not on the beaten path, something that's off. And I don't ever hesitate to tell people, Nashville, Sagamore, places like that aren't necessarily widely known in the whiskey world. They're probably pretty widely known, but if you're just getting into it or you're looking for a gift for somebody, like it's always just a good solid one to go to.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. All right, next on our list, and
I'm surprised whenever I text you didn't bring a bottle.
I just I was thinking about worst and really not concentrating on best. And I just assumed you had a bottle of this at the house too.
Well, you're the one that drinks on it because
I do.
I know you're the one that's going to want to drink on it more than anybody.
So this is the Bardstown High Wheat. This is it's like 106 proof. This is my starter bourbon every time now.
Here's what's wild.
I just feel like it's like so good. So got the right sweetness. I feel like it opens your palate up really well because there's sweet notes and then there's like a little bit of spice on the backside of it that kind of just opens your palate up to like whatever else you're drinking on that day.
So many people have asked us for recommendations on us, and this is like in that little group that I know I recommend. And as long as you can get it, everybody loves it.
Yes,
they really do. And I mean, it's honestly an easy sell for a liquor store right now.
Yeah,
because it's so freaking good.
Our liquor barn that we go to, at least the one that we go to at the same time, we talk about that. They are like killing Bardstown because honestly, I think it's because of the high wheat.
I mean, they crush it. But that's honestly any store.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just so good. All right, next on the list, and this is a surprise that I'm putting in Angel's Envy on a list, but this is surprisingly, I was not too like, I wasn't anticipating this release at all. This is the Bottom cast strength, non-finished. This is just like a unicorn kind of bottle, I think, for Angel's Envy because they just finish pretty much everything that they do. And so for me, I wasn't like super stoked about it, but after drinking it, like I was really impressed.
To me, I was fascinated with it because I know it wasn't finished. I mean, it was a cast strength bottle and bond. And first off, to get that to work,
I don't even want to know what kind of mad scientist stuff you had to do.
I mean, that had to be an adventure in and of itself, and I think to accomplish that, like. That's pretty great. But I've always wondered what their stuff tastes like not being finished. And, I'm very fortunate. I have a really good friend that works there. His name's Zach. And great name, by the way, Zach. And he's always told me, like, it's solid. He's like, and he wished that they would do some stuff that wasn't finished. Yeah. And they finally did. So I was fascinated with it. And I think it's good enough to where I wish and I hope that they do more of it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And I also kind of like that, again, they made a little gimmicky with the bottle, or the cast strength bottle bond, or the bottle bond cast strength, however you want to word it.
All right, our newest one on this list is the Still Austin Tanager. This is a cigar blend. We just reviewed this, and I'm going to just say, like, it's a really, really good burn.
It is, man.
So good. It has a good finish where it feels like you've been smoking a cigar, which is you hope in a cigar blend. That's what it happened. It doesn't always happen with cigar blends. Yeah. I've had plenty that didn't do that. But just from the packaging, the bottling, the cork, everything about this, it is top notch.
Yeah, it's wild. It's such a fun experience. It is.
Yeah.
You know, something I was thinking about, and I don't think I said this during the review, and I don't know if the review's dropped or not for it. It's such a refreshing take. And it feels very old school. It's young. I mean, it's young whiskey. Yeah. Like, it's not, I mean, it's 5 years old. It's not like 2, but it's not like old.
Right.
But it feels like refreshing, but yet it feels like very, like how it should be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. It's so good. If you can find a bottle of that, you should pick it up. Another great one on the list, and I thought I'd never say this about a Booker's, but I did. This is the Booker's Reserve. We are one of the few channels that would probably say that this is the better of the 2 recent releases.
I like to think that we're right.
I think we are right. I'm sticking to my guns. Like, this is good. Yeah. The Infinite is not.
Just not a fan.
But anyway, this right here has been one of my favorite new releases of the year. I like everything about this bottle, except for the fact that it says Booker's on it. So other than that, I can't fault it for anything.
Here's what I would say to Jim Beam, Booker's, and everything else. Do more of this. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think this is sneaky top 10 whiskey of the year.
Oh, I do think it's if it doesn't get to the top 10, it's gonna be right around there.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this overshadows Little Book this year so much.
Yes.
I understand that some people haven't got their hands on it. Like, I think I was talking to Dan about this the other day, and they had. I don't remember if they had tried it by then or yet, but I was like, this is just so much better than the Little Book, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
again, everybody has an opinion. That just happens to be ours. And then the last one on the list, if you thought that it was going to be anything else.
Here, well, let me tell you what Dave didn't think about was Russell's 15 whenever he was working on this list.
I did.
He forgot all about it.
Like,
and look, I am sure we are forgetting things.
There are some things that we could have put on here that we didn't put on here.
And please put in the comments below what we forgot. We'd love to hear from it.
Yep, for sure.
But when Dave's like, I think we're good. I'm like, you think you want to put Russell's 15 on there? Maybe Whiskey of the Year? Probably Whiskey of the Year. He's like, yeah, I think we should do it.
I mean, I think we should, but it's like maybe 2 or 3.
There is nothing more I need to say about it besides it's literally one of the best whiskeys we've had.
It is really, 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 really fantastic.
I still don't understand. And I know people are going to get upset about this. This is almost $300 retail. It's like $270 something, right? So we'll say almost $300.
Yeah.
And on the secondary right now, they're $400. I get that's not a cheap thing to buy.
It's not.
I get it. We just had Christmas. I get it. Get them now before they're gone. Because once they're gone, these things should just skyrocket because they're monsters.
Yeah.
They're all monsters.
Yeah. I agree with that. All right. Well, tell us what's on your best new releases this year. We'd love to hear. I'm sure we've missed some things. I'm sure that we maybe omitted some things that you love that maybe we just didn't like, and that's okay. Like, that's the beautiful thing about bourbon. But tell us what's on there, and until next time.
We'll see you.
We'll see you.